Now, Sydney has been warned to expect chaos on the roads when the FIFA World Cup begins on Thursday. Tens of thousands of football fans will descend on Sydney, prompting the message to catch public transport, not to drive. Joining us live now, Transport for New South Wales Acting Secretary Howard Collins. Howard, good morning to you. So, how big of a test is this going to be on our transport network?
Well, a lot of people say this is probably the biggest test of an event like this since the 2000 Sydney Olympics. We are expecting a sellout crowd for the first game, the Matildas versus the Republic of Ireland. And the advice is, if you've got a ticket, you've got integrated travel, please use public transport. The roads will be very busy. There's limited parking, even at Olympic Park. So the best way to really soak up the atmosphere, enjoy the moment as you head towards the ground, hopefully with a great Matildas win, will be by public transport. We've got a lot of extra services, over 1,800 extra services, special trains going straight into the park from Central Station. And there are 32 nations competing, and I think our staff represent all those 32 nations.
Wow, okay, so people told not to take leave at the moment, Howard.
Well, we're working very hard on that, and we do events pretty well in Sydney. You know, we handle the state of origin. We deal with a lot of the big singing events, which often hear from Ed Sheeran and Harry Styles.
Yeah.
So we think we're ready. We'd ask people to travel early, get there on time, soak up the atmosphere in the ground. Of course, a few days later, we've got Jamaica versus France. That's at Moore Park again. Use the light rail, walk. Public transport is probably the best way and the greatest way to travel, because going to sporting events, particularly football, it's been with the crowd on your way there and celebrating hopefully on the way back.
And your tickets are covered, right? Your tickets are covered.
Absolutely. It's part of the deal we've done with FIFA is if you've got a ticket, and apparently, there are very, very few tickets out there, 1.4 million tickets sold, certainly it's part of your travel. So just show that to the staff.
Yeah.
They'll welcome you on board, give you the directions and guidance to use public transport.
And there will be extra services around game time. I mean, if someone gets there and just misses a train, they don't have to be stressed out about having to wait another 15 minutes for the next one.
Trains will be 6 or 7 minutes from Central straight into Olympic Park, extra buses.
Right.
When it's at Moore Park, extra light rail, over 1,800 extra services. And we're making sure we've got staff on board to guide you there and back. When you come out the ground, take your time a little bit, because what happens is a lot of people rush to the Olympic Park station and you'll wait a while. Whereas if you can soak up the atmosphere, enjoy the moment, then you'll find it's a much smoother journey on the way home.
So, Howard, how much protection is there in place from such things as breakdowns or possibly union strikes? Is everyone in the clear there?
Well, we're all good with the unions. We're working very closely and collaboratively with them. That's not a problem whatsoever. We've got a system where we've got a lot of extra people on standby in terms of maintenance issues. We've checked out the route. Obviously, you never say never with a 165-year-old system, but actually we're really keen to ensure, going by road, you have a lot of stress. Where can you park? What's happening? You might get stuck in the traffic for a couple of hours. And to be honest, it's very different when you're travelling on public transport. So I'd welcome everybody. Come and join us, soak up the atmosphere, travel early. It's a great opportunity for families to get together. There will be a lot of staff, police out there, and a lot of people at Olympic Park to welcome you on board. For what I think is, 80,000 people, I think a few of them will be screaming for Australia or Matilda somehow.
Just a few.
What a great opportunity for youngsters to see soccer for women finally getting the stage it deserves.
Come on, it's not called soccer, Howard.
Well, I love it because being a ex-UK person and a new Australian, and also living in the West Indies, I've got a little sweet spot for Jamaica. I think Jamaica, Nigeria, maybe even the Norwegians might stand a chance. So we all think the USA is going to win, but I reckon it's the Matildas going to do themselves proud, and we're very proud of them.
I'm with you there too. I'll be heading out there Thursday night as well. Look forward to that. Howard, appreciate that. Some good advice.
Travel on public transport.
Good advice. Howard Collins, thank you so much.